Hi guys, this is Navdeep from Delhi Immigration Services. Today we have Ms. Rejma with us. Ms. Rejma is a 31-year-old Indian national. She has got the Canada student visa after first refusal. We will just have a conversation with her. She's not okay in coming, showing a face. That's completely fine. We are more interested in her story. So, hi, Ms. Rejma. Can you hear me, ma'am?
Hi, sir. I can hear you.
How's it doing today, ma'am?
I'm doing fine. How are you?
I'm doing great, thank you. Can you just, first of all, congratulations to you. You've got the visa after one refusal. And can you just talk us through your background first, ma'am, about your academics, about your experience, and then also about the refusal, like how it happened?
Sure. So, first of all, thank you so much, sir, for all the effort that you have done for us. And it's all because of you that we got the visa.
No worries.
So, I have done
Wasn't
my MCA in 2013. And then I started working into IT. I am working into the testing profession.
Mhm,
So now I have an experience of 5+ years into testing, and my
mhm.
designation is software test engineer. So, yeah,
That's so.
so we are
When exactly you applied for the first time, ma'am, and for which program did you apply first?
okay. So, we started planning for Canada study in January 2021. So, we just went to a consultant that was Delhi based, and he just said like we can select any of the course and we can apply, and like I will get through the visa.
Mhm,
So then we thought of applying in January 2021 in tech for the course Artificial Intelligence and Data Science into Loyalist College.
okay.
And somehow they delayed the file process, and like it was I believe 29th or 30th of December when the visa filing was supposed to be done. But then we realized that it is too late to apply for Jan and Tech. The course was about to start at 11th of January. So this is when they advised me that I should defer the course for September intake. So then without applying the visa, we went for September intake
Right,
2021.
right. And
Then, yeah.
yeah, then then unfortunately it got refused. I understand. Yeah, how was that experience? Were you happy with the filing? Were you happy with what was mentioned in the SOP? Like, how was your take on that?
So, as that was my first time that I was applying for the visa, and like somehow I trusted the consultant blindly, and I believe that the documentation, the SOP thing that he was doing was completely up to the mark. But when the visa was filed, then we realized the SOP that was written for my profile was completely, incorrect. So my future goals were not mentioned correctly. Then the present things, the financial, everything was not mentioned correctly. And somehow, like we realized, the visa will get rejected based on that SOP. But it was too, late to realize that particular thing.
Yep.
So the visa that finally we applied was on 26th of March for September intake,
Mm-hmm.
and on 26th of April, I got the notification for IRCC that my visa has been refused.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So somehow like I lost the hope from that consultant, and I started looking in on YouTube for to understand how the filing SOP is done, and that is when I came through Delhi immigration videos, and
Mm-hmm.
I thought like I should approach to you because somehow I got the positive vibes looking at your videos.
Sure. Okay. And was that the only reason, or somebody recommended you as well, or you just saw the videos and you just had a conversation with us?
No, it's completely based on the videos that I watched on YouTube.
Okay. And then we had a
So
conversation. Then I think we suggested you something else, which probably the change of program. So then what was your understanding about it?
right. So when I watched your video on YouTube, then I contacted you. Then you asked me to send the visa refusal letter, then my offer letter, everything, so that you can understand my profile. And once you understood my profile, then we had a long conversation. Then we had a talk regarding why the visa was rejected and what were the main reasons that for the rejection.
Yeah.
So you suggested me for applying for global project management course because based on my the work that I'm doing and the course selection that I had did, that was somehow not relevant. And you suggested that project management will something that will, you know, enhance the SOP as well.
Right.
So this is when like we came to a conclusion that okay, we should go for changing the program, and we opted for global project management for Jan and Tech.
And
Then,
then
yeah,
yeah, then we prepared the SOP and everything, and we shared with you. We worked together. So what
yeah,
difference have you noticed in both of the SOPs, or maybe both of the visa, filing process? So you have seen both of the decisions. One was the refusal, one of the, you got the approval. So what difference you have seen in that, ma'am, in terms of the
right,
documentation?
right. So the first agent that had applied my visa, he didn't ask much documents from me, and also like the financial documents, the background, the job that I'm doing. Not much of the documents were asked by him. And also in the future goal for my SOP that he had written was completely like unprofessional, I will say, because they had mentioned that my future goal will be somewhat like I am willing to start a business in India after doing artificial data science course, which is not relevant. And so when I talked to you, so you asked me for each and every document, like you asked the financial document from the CA so that you can understand like to make the point for the financial and about the future goals. So everything that was written in the SOP that you created was completely making sense, and it was linked so perfectly that when when me and my husband went through the SOP, we were completely like we had 100% assurity. Okay, we have some chances for getting visa this time because it was written so beautifully. And thanks to you.
So much. And I really want to ask you this because I could sense that, I mean, obviously you hadn't done much research initially, and then you came to us and we suggested. So there was some sort of sense of uncertainty was there. So I really want to ask you, what was your actual understanding? Were you expecting this to happen, or like it is like how was it? What was going in your mind when we reapplied? Like, did you
Okay.
have any hope
To
of
be honest,
this, or like?
yeah. To be honest, when I approached you through YouTube and like when we started the filing, somehow there was a doubt in our like mind that we were not sure if this filing is going to be correct because we haven't met face to
Right,
face, right?
right,
And
right.
so somehow like we had uncertainty as well that I don't know if Mr. Navdeep is going to file the visa properly or not, or what like will he be up to the mark that he has
Mm-hmm,
committed to us. So,
mm-hmm,
but somehow we felt that we should trust you, and for each steps that we were doing, somehow I was so doubtful that I used to like message you, I used to call you, like I don't remember. I used to ask the same question multiple times. Is it gonna happen? Is it what we need? So
yeah.
yeah, somehow I was doubtful about it, but like we trusted you just to make sure, like let's hope what can happen this time.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
what were you doing when you saw the notification from ISCC and then you noticed that, there's some update on the application? So what was your reaction, and what exactly were you doing? When did you see it?
Yeah. So IRCC notification usually come in the midnight in India.
Yeah.
So at 7 o'clock, when I just woke up, I just saw the IRCC notification, and then there was some like the correspondence letter. But when I saw the profile, the review, everything was in progress. and just the final decision was written that your application has been approved. So I was not sure what exactly, like, have they sent the letter by mistake to me, or like, is it really happening with me that they have sent the, correspondence letter for PPR request.
Uh-huh.
So I just yeah. And the second moment that I did, I texted you, so I have received the correspondence letter. And like, can you just have a look at my profile? Is it really like, I have received the PPR request or not?
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you got the confirmation that okay, this is the approval. Then did you inform your family? Then how was their reaction and everything?
Yeah. So, like, my husband, he was on the top of the world, because he was the one who was pushing me to, you
Yeah,
go for study, I'll be supporting you.
yeah,
And he is the one who has, put me into a stage where I should go abroad, and I should pursue my dreams.
yeah,
So he
yeah,
was very happy. And even my
yeah.
parents, they were very happy.
All right. That's great, ma'am. That's great to hear that. And thank you
Yeah.
so much for trusting us. And you've been very supportive. You provided all the documents whenever were required, and the best thing was you understood what we were proposing, and you sort of supported us, and that really makes our life easy and makes our job easy. So
Right.
we just do whatever we know. We just try to fill all the loopholes and try to do the application the best possible manner, and rest everything. I think it was in your destiny that you had to go, and you had to go. So um, yeah, that was all. I mean, we just helped. We just did what we knew, and that's all. So thank you so much for trusting us, and I am so happy that you have got it. And I could imagine that that's why I asked the question, like, were you hopeful that this would happen or not? And I could now imagine that you would have been really really happy after seeing it happen. So
Yeah.
many many congratulations to you, man. Many congratulations to your family as well, to your spouse, everyone. I wish you great luck further in the future, man. And one more question I have. We see, just like you, after refusal you did some research and everything, and you boil down to our videos, then you had a conversation. So there's so many other students also who are going through the same boat, or not necessarily contacting us, but what piece of research you have done, other than contacting us, and what you learned after the refusal, and what piece of advice would you like to give to other students, what they can also learn, what they should do after the refusal so that they can fix the problem.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there are two advice that I would like to give. The first one is course selection. Make sure you select the course based on your profile, and not based on your wish that you are willing to study. So
Yeah.
if you are into a testing or development profile, just select a course that will enhance your career, so that
Right.
the IRCC team is confident that this guy is really want to study, and his
Right.
main intention is not to settle in Canada. And the second and the most thing is the SOP. Create the SOP so well that that is the one that creates the impression on the IRCC team.
Yeah.
And if it gives the clear idea that why you're willing to do the course, and what will be the benefit after doing the course, and how the course will be done, like financially, who is going to support, all those points are covered in the SOP, then definitely you will get a visa.
Right. Thank you so much. You raised a very important point. First one, choosing a program which not necessarily we are comfortable with, but with the
Yeah.
one which must justify careeration progression. Like I've seen a lot of applicants who are from some technical background. They're more comfortable in learning the similar thing, which they feel would be easy for them to learn. Study in a foreign country and complete it. But
Right.
if we see from the immigration regulation standpoint, if we are going for a program, which possibly will teach you the same skills which you already know, which you have learned through the experience. So it's not gonna, take you to the next level. It's not gonna justify careeration progression, and that's where we get caught, and we receive the refusal. So all right, you raised a very important point. I hope it will help so many other students to understand the criticality and about the selection of the program. So Thank you so much for your advice, and many congratulations to you once again. I wish you great luck, ma'am. We have a very great future ahead, and thank you so much for your support as well. And yeah, in case of any more questions about traveling and everything, you feel free to get in touch with us. We'll definitely help you out. And yeah,
Sure.
thank you so much for your
Yeah.
time, and great luck ahead, ma'am. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much, sir. Thank you for all the support that you have done.
You're most welcome, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you.